in this question, it is given that there are two spheres of masses m1 is equal to 2 kg and m2 is equal to 3 kg. Now this 3 kg mass is at rest initially, and this 2 kg mass is moving with some velocity which is not mentioned in the question, but it is given that after collision this mass m1 will move to the right angle to the line joining the centers of these two spheres. So we have to find out the coefficient of restitution. Now let's suppose initially this mass m1 is moving with velocity u, and this is angle theta, and this one is the line joining their centers, and this is the line which is perpendicular to this line. So the component of velocity which is along this line is u cos theta, and this is u sin theta. And we all know that the impulse will be acting along this common normal line, and this is the common tangent. So no impulse will be acting along this common tangent, and hence this mass m1 will have a velocity of u sin theta which is unchanged along the common tangent. Now it is also given that it will move perpendicular to the line joining their centers, which means that it will move perpendicular to the line of impact. And if this mass m1 is moving perpendicular to the line of impact, then it means that after the collision its no velocity, there is no component of its velocity which is along the line of impact. So let us write the situation that after collision, let's suppose this is the scenario of before collision, and after collision let's suppose this is the common normal and this is the common tangent. So we know that this ball m1 will move with velocity u cos theta along the common tangent, and let's suppose the velocity of m2 is v after the collision along this line of impact. So we can balance the momentum, and according to the law of conservation of momentum, m1 into u cos theta, I'm balancing the momentum P initial is equal to P final along line of impact. So the initial momentum along the line of impact is m1 into u cos theta, and the final momentum along the line of impact is m2 into v, because the mass, this is mass m2 and this is m1, because the mass m1 is not moving on the line of impact after the collision. So this initial and final momentum will be equal, and m1 u cos theta will be equal to m2 into v. So v will be equal to m1 is 2 and m2 is 3, and this is u cos theta. Now the value of E, which is the coefficient of restitution, it is the relative velocity after collision upon relative velocity before collision along the line of impact. So after collision the relative velocity along the line of impact is v, so this is v, and before collision it is u cos theta. So E will be equal to 2 by 3 of u cos theta divided by u cos theta. So the value of E will be equal to 2 by 3. So the correct answer will be option number C. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, it is given that there are two billiard balls which are kept on a smooth horizontal table. The third identical billiard ball strikes these two balls symmetrically, and it comes to rest just after the impact. So we need to find out the coefficient of restitution in this impact. So let us first of all suppose that the third billiard ball is moving with the velocity u towards these two balls which are at rest, and it strikes these two balls symmetrically. Now we will name the balls. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So we will draw the individual diagrams of all the 3 balls. So this is the ball 3 which I am drawing initially, and you can see that there are 2 line of impacts. The first one is this one and the second one is this one. So there are 2 line of impacts. This is the first line of impact and this is the second line of impact. Okay, so the impulse which this ball 3 will be facing will be due to these 2 balls, and it would be in this direction J, and the same impulse due to symmetric situations will be applicable in this direction J. Okay, so this triangle is this triangle you can see is a equilateral triangle. Therefore this angle will be of 60 degree and this angle will be of 60 degree. So the components of this impulse, this one, is 2j cos 30 degree. So this is 2j cos 30 is the net impulse which is acting on this ball 3, and this is equal to the change in momentum of ball 3. Now this ball 3 was initially moving with the momentum of mu, and finally it comes to rest, so the final momentum of this ball 3 is 0. So this j is equal to mu upon root 3. Okay, so this is the first equation. Now if we talk about the ball 1, so I am drawing the diagram of ball 1. This is ball 1 and the impulse acting on the ball 1 would be in this direction as shown J. So this ball 1 will start to move in this direction with some velocity v, and this impulse J would be equal to m into v, the change in momentum of ball 1. So ball 1 was initially at rest and now it is moving with some velocity v. So the impulse J is equal to m into v. So m into v is also equal to mu upon root 3, and therefore v is equal to u upon root 3. So this is the velocity of this ball 1. Now we have to find out the coefficient of restitution. So you just need to find out the velocity of ball 1, and it will be the same velocity as that of ball 2 because these two balls are kept symmetrically with ball 3. So ball 1 and ball 2 will have the same velocity v. Now the value of coefficient of restitution is the formula which says that it is the relative velocity after collision upon the relative velocity before collision along the line of impact. So v relative after collision and v relative before collision along LOI. Okay, so E will be equal to the relative velocity after collision will be v, because the ball 1, so we are talking about only one line of impact. So you can calculate the value of E from any one of the line of impact. So we are talking about this line of impact. Answer would be the same. So along this line of impact, the relative velocity after collision is v, because ball 3 is at rest after the collision and ball 1 is moving with velocity v along this line of impact. So this is v, and the initial velocity before collision will be the velocity of ball 3. Now we know that ball 3 was moving with velocity u along this line, and its component on this line of impact is u cos 30. So this is u cos 30. Now the value of v is u by root 3. So this is u by root 3, and this is u, and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this is equal to 2 by 3. So the value of coefficient of restitution is 2 by 3. So the correct option will be option number A. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, a ball is performing to and fro motion in between these two walls, and the coefficient of restitution is E for any impact, and it is given that the average speed of the ball till the time it moves from wall A to B and again it comes back to wall A is 2 by 3v. We have to find out the coefficient of restitution. Now let's suppose this distance is d. So the time taken by the ball to move from A to B is t1, and comes back from B to A is t2. So this t1 time will be equal to d upon v, because ball is moving from A to B with velocity v. Now again when it will return back and towards wall A, then its velocity will be e times of v, because after collision the velocity will become e times. So the time taken t2 will be equal to d upon ev. So this average velocity is equal to the total distance, which is 2d, upon the time taken, which is t1 plus t2. So this is 2d upon t1 is d upon v plus t2 is d upon ev. So cancelling out this d with d, and this would be 2v divided by 1 plus 1 upon e, and this is equal to 2ev divided by 1 plus e, and this is given as 2 by 3 of v. So cancelling out this 2v and 2v, we can see that 3e is equal to e plus 1 and 2e is equal to 1. So e will be equal to 1 by 2. So the correct answer will be option number A. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, there is a staircase of which each step has a height of d. Now a ball starts to bounce over this staircase in such a way such that after each bounce the ball rises up to a height of h from the next lower step, and the coefficient of restitution in each collision is E. So we have to find out the relation between E, H and D. So this is the situation. Now let us suppose that on this step ball strikes by a velocity of u, which is under root of 2gh. Okay, and after striking at this step, ball rebounds by a velocity of v, which is e times of u. Now with this velocity the ball rises to a height of small h from the next lower step. So we can say that this distance is obviously d. So we can say that this height is h minus d, and hence this h minus d is equal to v square upon 2g. We know the formula for the maximum height attained. which is this one. So h minus d is equal to v square, which is e square u square upon 2g. So h minus d is equal to e square. Now this u is equal to root 2gh. So this is 2gh and divided by 2g. So the relation says that h minus d is equal to e square h, and therefore d is equal to h into 1 minus e square, and this h upon d is equal to 1 upon 1 minus e square. So the correct option will be option number C. Now let's move on the next question.